Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, there's no need to fear. Your friendly neighborhood light skin is here. Now today we are going to be reacting to Fresh finally receives his his wake up call. I don't know if I can I don't know if I can say this word on here, but yeah, the video by Ushay Duke Jackson, and let's go ahead and get into it, man.
I just don't like you. You're that's. I just don't like you.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy.
Dang, that's how we coming off the bat. Dang, hostility. I like it though.
O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jump. The Fresh and Fit podcast is notorious for kicking out women on their show, but they're also notorious for disrespecting black people. This has become a repetitive theme with...
Which is crazy when you think about it, because it's like, it's one thing to joke about disrespecting black people, you know what I'm saying? Like me and my friends, we're gonna crack jokes, but we're not actually serious about it. It's another thing when you actually came out of a black woman to then hate on them still, bro. It's like, go ahead and just go ahead and just put them under, bro. Like, just go ahead and get them out of here, bro. That's wild, but...
in the complex of their show idea altogether.
Reparations are for okay. Black people need to just stop being lazy. You're not gonna get a handout, okay? We're not gonna give you your reparations because guess who's gonna have to pay for that? The middle class is gonna have to pay for it. Let's keep it 1,000. Get your reparations. What you gonna do with it? You gonna buy a bunch of some Jordans, some drugs.
Bro. Myron. And this you're talking to a dude who has Jordans, you know what I'm saying, in the back. Like, bro, is that all you think of as black people, bro? Like, is that Myron? I'm talking to you right now. Is that all you think we are, bro? Bro, that's a shame, bro. I almost want to take your N-word.
Some weed.
Now, in this instance, you hear Myron, of course, talking about how silly black people are for reparations. And then Fresh is sitting there just listening. Now, it'd be one thing if Myron was sitting there talking about blacks and then Fresh wasn't saying anything. But again, Fresh starts to get involved.
That's another thing I don't like about Fresh, though. It's like everything that Myron says, Fresh just agrees with. It's like sometimes, bro, you gotta be a man and stand on your own opinion, even if they might not like it, bro. You don't have to always agree, bro. Because deep down inside, listen, you cannot convince me, Fresh. You cannot sit here and convince me that deep down inside, you truly believe everything Myron's saying is facts, bro. Like, sometimes you gotta step in and be like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You low key wildin' on this one. I can't fuck with that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I guess that's why the dynamic works, because he does all the talking and he just sits back and shuts up and listens.
Involved with it too, and he does more in this clip.
Yeah.
What good,
You gotta buy some Fendi. You gotta buy some
guns.
You can buy some guns.
Rub.
Like, yeah. Like you are gonna spend the money and invest.
Go back to jail.
Majority are gonna do criminal.
Yep, 100%.
Come on, man. Let's keep it a million.
Buy
Let's keep
some
it all the way a
Buy
million.
some rims. Oh yeah, look at the spin. Yeah, look at the spin.
Now, it's interesting. Whenever you consider Fresh dealing with, like, the Jews, he has the utmost respect for the Jews. So even if Myron starts going off on the Jews, Fresh will refuse to say anything. And again...
So you're telling me the Jews can get back, but your own people can't?
They're implicating how silly blacks are for wanting reparations. And again, both of these guys got into America because of the Civil Rights Act of 1965 that helped other people like themselves. I believe Fresh is from Barbados and then Myron from Sudan. Two guys who come from the African diaspora got into the country specifically because they were black and they benefited from the black struggle. But then it gets worse.
I could go fucking do shit with it. I tried being for like 6 months. That's your bro. Yo, listen, man.
The big chains and all that.
I tried.
So he says here, I tried being the N-word. It was the R-word, right? It was silly. It didn't make any sense. Now, here's a situation that you come across when you as a...
Now, I will agree that there is most definitely differences between black people and, you know what I'm saying? There is a difference between the two. Okay, so
black person go around disrespecting black people, then what you don't understand is you're setting the tonality for somebody to come ahead and disrespect you also. And this is what a lot of blacks don't understand. When they see, when other groups, see you disrespecting black people, then technically they're gonna come out and they're gonna do the same exact thing to you one day. And then when it happens to you, all of a sudden, you're not ready for it. Well, it happened the other day on Fresh and Fit.
Fresh, I just don't like you. You're a bitch ass. I just don't like you. And Myron, you tell guys to get into real estate. It's like, bro, the barrier for entry to that is so high. Like, you need to just tell people to buy Bitcoin. It's really that simple.
So why am
I just don't like you, bro. I just, like, it's
Are you
that
white?
simple.
Are you
I
white?
just don't like you.
Hold on.
Are
Yeah,
you
I'm white.
You just said the N-word?
Yeah,
I didn't give you the pass.
I did.
I didn't give you the pass, though.
I don't need a pat.
standing on that, bro. I got no comment.
Don't need one. Did.
That is you, my friend.
So here's the
Never
thing, bro.
needed one.
All right, let me.
You need one, my friend.
I'm from the street. I'm from the street. Like, I'm really
No,
from
you're
the
not. You're a white
Yes,
boy.
I am, brother.
Your mom's
Yes, I
basement.
am, bro.
Oh,
You can
bro,
ask
please,
about me.
please.
Ask about me in the area that I live in, brother. You can.
My man Tom said, my man, wrong sound effect, my bad. My man Tom said, ask about me. He said, I really be out here in these streets, man. He stopped playing on my top. Tommy D said he get active out here, man. Quit playing with him.
You can ask
Where you
about
live
me.
at? Where you live at?
I live in Dallas. You can ask about
Dallas,
me, bro.
Texas?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go inside and sit in the street. I promise you, they'll beat your ass.
I do it all the time, brother. I got tons
No,
of
you
homies
don't.
in the hood,
No,
bro. I got
in
in
Dallas?
South Dallas. I got
Bro,
in East
hold
Dallas.
on.
I got homies in
I
North
don't Dallas. You said
I got homies
break
everywhere,
your face,
brother.
bro. You're a
Bro, I
capping,
see through
bro.
your fake ass facade, brother.
What
I see
facade?
through it.
I am me on camera,
It's like
having
this
fun.
now.
I got the lifestyle you wish you had, and you're your mom's basement probably. Oh, bro. Okay. Okay. And? Oh, I said the N-word. You want a brownie? You're not Nick Fuentes, bro. He can say it. You got to pass. You don't.
You're not Nick.
You're not Nick, bro.
So now here we have a white guy who calls Fresh a B-A-N. Now it was shocking because
I don't have a problem with how he said it. I ain't gonna lie. Like, as long I feel like it's not about the word, necessarily saying the word. It's just more so how you use it. And I feel like in that context, he was valid for how he used it.
Fresh said, wait a minute, I didn't give you a pass to use the N-word, so stop the show. It's okay for you, who is a immigrant to America and black, but you refer to black Americans as the N-word, all right? And you talk down on blacks. But now the person is white and they need to get a pass from you to say the N-word? Well, see, the reality is they see you being disrespectful towards blacks. So when you're disrespectful towards blacks, then there is no reason for them to respect blacks either, okay? Because you're not showing any respect for yourself. And then the guy repeats it. He says, you heard what I said, B-A-N.
Exactly. He said, you heard what I said, man. I didn't stutter. Say it again. Walk in the streets. Say it again. Stop playing with my man David Top.
Fresh says what? Well, you wouldn't say that in front of other blacks. You couldn't go to Dallas and say that. Well, the reality is, Fresh, you wouldn't go to Dallas and say that. You wouldn't say anything that he's saying. You nor Myron will go around saying what he's saying in front of blacks because you guys talk even worse about blacks than what he's doing. And what people would see is the white guy, yeah, he shouldn't use the N-word, but he's saying, check my credentials. People know about me. Ask about me. Like, what's the problem? Folks know.
And that's what lets me know that he's cool. Because he said, ask about me. That is only something you say when you're cool with like, normal average run-of-the-mill white people don't talk like that. So the fact that he's talking the way he's talking, it lets me know that he cool with some, you know what I'm saying? He cool with some colored folk, you know what I'm saying? I can respect that.
Who I am. Folks know how I get down, right? So he basically saying he's running with the blacks. He just happened to be white. So in other words, I got more pull in the black community than you. And when I'm calling you the N-word, for me, I'm not looking at it as racist. That's just what I think you are. But see, Fresh is not ready for that type of smoke. And many dudes ain't ready for that type of smoke. And see, this is what I want to tell you guys. When you're in front of other groups and other communities, you really got to be careful of what you're saying about the black community in front of those folks. Let me give you an example. I was living in Poland, okay? And it was a brother that was from, I'm not going to say the country, but it's a big African country. And he was talking down on the problems in this country. The country's very well known. They're a trendsetter, so you can probably figure out what it was. So he was saying, look, the country I have is corrupt. The people are corrupt. Folks steal. Then he shifted the conversation to talking about the women. Like, the women in my country, all they want is money. All they want is this. All they want is that. And I'm sitting there because he's having a conversation with us and a few other blacks. And I was concerned. I'm like, hey, bro, do you actually tell this to white people? He said, yeah, why not? It's the truth. I said, well, you may feel that it's the truth, my brother, but you got to understand you're living in Europe and people here are already hostile towards us as blacks. And I was talking to him in that way because when you live in Poland, it's not like, let me be honest. When you live in Poland, people don't look at you as, oh, you're Ghanaian, or you're South African, or you're Jamaican, or you're, Nigerian, or you're, Black American. They look at you as all black and you're from Africa, everybody, right? So once you go out there and you start saying that, then it hurts the impression of blacks all across the city. So anyways, he ended up getting with this particular Polish lady. And of course he was going around allegedly saying the same things I told him not to say. Okay, he was talking to her about the things that I'm talking to you about now. And so when he did it, they initially had a fight. Not a physical fight, but they was arguing. And then what did she start to use against him as ammo? She was saying, you in my country, like, your country is corrupt. Your people are this. This is what you do. And while it might not have been the exact N-word type of thing that she used, she definitely used some language to let him know that as a black person, he was less than. And so then he felt really bothered by that. And he felt like, oh, well, you're being racist. Like, you're being racist towards me. How can you be racist towards me? Like, that's not right. So now he wants to cry and play the victim role, right? So again, you want to play the victim role, but then again, you were not saying that when you were going around talking about your own community in front of the whole entire world to see. Even if you don't like black women, you don't like black men, when you're in front of other groups and people are watching, they watch it how you treat your people. They watch it, right? They watch it. And you are the #1 person that can teach others how to treat you. I want to give a shout out to Steve the Dean. It's been a long time.
People will most definitely treat you how you let them and how they treat yourself. So if you treat yourself like trash, they're gonna feel like it's okay to treat you like trash. And if you treat yourself good, people will, of course, fall in line with that typically. Now you might have to check them a couple times, to let them know or tell them to get lost, but people will treat you how you treat yourself.
We did the show, but he says, you teach people how to treat you. And this is the reality of it all. Yes, you do. And when you go out there and you act silly like that, and then people start coming towards you with that same kind of racism, and all of a sudden now it's too hard. Same thing that's happened to Myron. I'm not even going to play the clip, but we've already heard it. Myron has had multiple instances where he's
like somebody to just go ahead and just take away Myron's black card. Like, I don't even think he take his N-word pass, bro. I don't think he wanted to. Like, he doesn't. He clearly, like, I know a couple white people on my phone right now that deserve the N-word pass more than Myron, bro. And that's just me being real.
Talking down on blacks, similar to what we have seen just now. Said some of the most disrespectful things. He will go to the white supremacist chat rooms. And do you think that they give him any kind of credit for him talking down on blacks? Nah, you don't get no credit for that. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, well, we gonna give you somewhat of a...
yeah, we gonna let you slide. We gonna let you specifically slide, but the other blacks, no, we're not gonna. Hey, man, get the fuck out of here, bro.
A pass? No, they're not gonna give you no pass. What happens? They talk to you crazy like they would talk to another person's adversary because they don't respect you. You don't respect your people. The biggest people that white supremacists respect are those people who are
that are, you know what I'm saying, them, they can relate to them. Look at this man. He like this does not look like a Caucasian man whatsoever, right? He wants to fit in the group that he's just specifically not welcome in. Like, if we say we're gonna call a spade, they don't want him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the black people that would have took it them don't want him anymore now. So it's like, bro, like.
Exact opposite of them for their groups. All right, if you're a white supremacist, want to know who you respect? Most likely, somebody in the Nation of Islam. All right, this is why the Ku Klux Klan and Elijah Muhammad, actually the Ku Klux Klan was trying to fund Elijah Muhammad and them to stay separate. That was the respect. The respect was, we don't like each other, but we want to stay away from each other. Then, ironically, if you ever want to be friends, it got to be built on respect first. Okay, so you down for your community, and I'm down for my community. But the moment you start, kowtowing and trying to, talk down on other people, other blacks, at the behest of the whites, because you are doing it on some of the whites' behalf, not all of them, they end up disrespecting you. So bruh come on the channel and he just start clowning them. Now he might think he's black. He might not mean it as a racist thing, even though what he's doing is wrong. But he's like, look, man, I'm in South Dallas. I'm in Dallas, wherever he said he was from. I go out there and say it like I'm one of them. You
In the field with them, man. I'm in the field with the blacks. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting active. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing with my man. Again, stop playing with my man David Top, bro. David rocking with us, so we rocking with David. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro.
You're the one that's not one of them. In other words, I'm more black than you. Now, I can guarantee you, I have never heard nobody, no white person, come on Dr. Umar Johnson stream and said there's many problems he got. I ain't never heard nobody say it on Boy stream, many problems does he have. I ain't never heard nobody say it on Tariq Nasheed's stream. I ain't never heard nobody say it on nobody's stream, but I done seen several.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's something about this goatee style, bro. This is not. This is most definitely some old dude stuff right here, bro. Like, what the hell, bro? This G.I. Joe goatee, bro. Like, come on, Uncle, we leaving that in the 90s.
Instances of people going up to Fresh and Fit after they have clowned black people and get disrespected like that. I've seen multiple instances. I've seen people do the same thing to Candace Owens, talk about her like that, as much buffooning as she does. Again, who you doing all that for? Respect yourself. You ain't got to put down your community to get no respect from them. What are they giving you anyways? The white people are non-blacks who dislike black people will never give you anything anyway because they don't like your ass either, okay?
Exactly.
So you validating what they think is not going to help you no way. You will only get validation from somebody if you have a power move. You make folks respect you. This is the same play the gays did. The LGBTQ community got where it's gotten today, largely because of forcing respect. Same thing with the Muslims. I remember after 9/11, it was almost free reign on hatred towards Muslims at that particular time. I mean, you can say almost anything. Same thing to a certain degree, not as bad, but what happened with the Asian community after COVID? They nipped that in the bud real quick. That Asian hate crime bill came in quick. That Muslims they got that together quick. Okay, same power play. The
One
Jewish
thing, bro, I ain't gonna lie about Arab people, bro. They be having the most. I know this is off topic, my bad, but they be having some clean beards, bro. Like, no cap. Like, they still be so crispy, bro. Like, if I wasn't black, bro, I would love to be Arab and have an Arab. This shit is so clean, bro.
Same power play the Jewish community use. All right, they make people respect them, and the blacks got to do the same thing. And you can never make somebody respect you by laughing at your own community because you're showing them that you're not no threat. You're defenseless. Nobody respect a person that's defenseless. Nowhere. Not in Africa, especially not in Africa. You get walked over here. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy Shitty Jackson back at it again with another episode of.
All right, and that's the end of the video, chat. We're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. I will see y'all boys later, man. Let's get it, let go.